those up real quick. Let Facebook know what's up. Let Discord know what is up. Grab power cable here. Tangled up on something. There we go. Still tangled up on something. Doo-doo-doo. Get our reverb dialed in. Let's get our delay dialed in. A little longer time than that. Ah, man. Pretty awful. Pretty awful. Whew. Knows it is. See, starting off on the Parker, it's because I feel like sticking with something a little lighter weight at first, but I have a feeling we'll wind up needing something with the Floyd, so we'll probably have to change at some point. All right, let's see. Let's go tell the Facebook. Might try a different pedal, a different drive pedal too, depending on what we get into. This one's a hair too smooth for some stuff. You send it to me, bro? Dial out a little bit of these mids. That's the thing, the high gain on this, on the Electron, on the analog drive, just isn't quite like, it's like a little more shreddy, but doesn't quite get like tight and nasty thrash tones like the Rock Mod preamp. But the Rock Mod preamp doesn't feel as good. Where is... What, on the vibrato? It should be fine on the vibrato channel. The Twin usually sounds pretty good at low volumes no matter what. Because, I mean, it's a pretty clean sort of platform amp, really. You know, to get anything like approaching power tube distortion, like the thing that you want out of a Marshall or something like that, you've got to crank them up and get them distorted. A Twin doesn't really do that. Not really intended to do that. That's a little bit better. Hold on, I'm gonna grab the Pisda Yawit. That's kind of strange. Usually the vibrato channel is quieter by a hair and a little bit softer than the normal channel. Might need a new preamp tube or something for your normal channel. Or the pot could just be dirty. I'm gonna throw the Pisda Yawit in front here and compare. Do a quick compare and contrast. I suspect it's going to be too bright with this guitar. Oh yeah, I should probably open the stream. Where's my patch cable? There it is. Oh yeah, I need to update our commands as well. I'm never going to stop complaining about being forced to update the commands outside of the app or the program. What a terrible, terrible decision. A terrible decision. What on earth were they thinking? Alright. So we got ye old Pisda Yawit hooked up now. Let's get our commands updated and then we'll get into testing it. Prevents viewers from sending overly lengthy messages. A couple people that might apply to. Alright, so let's see. Guitar command. Parker Fly Deluxe. Pre-refined. Amp still the same, pick still the same. Pedals are more involved now. So let's see, we've got an Emma. Pisda Yawit. High gain distortion. Right, into an Electron. Oops. I should probably actually put it after the Electron, because then I could use the boost and tube screamer in there to drive it better. That'd be interesting. Into our Red Panda context. And even though this amp has a great spring reverb, I'm using the Red Panda so I can have shorter reverb, more control over it. Plus, this really vintagey spring reverb is not really ideal for playing hard rock and metal stuff anyway. Alright, so let's see. So here's there's our clean sound. Let's get back to this. Is dial in our high gain sound on the Electron. All right, now let's dial it in on the Pizdiawit. A lot hotter output. Yeah, I figure this is probably going to be too bright. Ooh, a lot more low end too. Dial the lows down. Yeah. So, I mean, it's got a lot more tooth to it, a lot more bite to it. But it's also like... Doesn't quite have like the singing mid-range. So there's sort of a trade-off. So compare that to versus so you can do like full mid scoop with this sucker though. Woo! Some of those tones that kind of hurt your teeth. The controls, the EQ is also pretty interactive with each other, so you have to kind of, every time you adjust one, you've got to tweak the others. So, I mean, with the Emma, you can get that like, you know, skronk. Like, I don't know if it's even possible to get the Electron to sound that nasty, just that mean. think you can't even with the mids all the way down. You can't scoop it anywhere near as hard. Like this is the mids all the way up on the Emma. It's like a reverse scoop. Mids all the way up, lows and highs fairly low. It also really wants you to turn it up. Like the pedal kind of sounds better the higher the volume gets. It's a bit of a conundrum. We could always go to there actually is a higher gain setting on the Electron, but man does it get noisy. Like just right off the bat, the difference in ambient noise, like hiss, from the high gain setting to the thick gain setting. It also gets too loose for that kind of stuff. So now the real question becomes, what happens if we take, say, we turn the gain down a little bit on this one. We stack it into this and use this to sort of tailor the response some. This just straight up has a lot more low end, like very deep lows, and a lot less mids. It's almost like you have like a metal zone or something, and you've dialed in the parametric mids to just sort of cut through this one particular band. So I'm going to try these in reversed around too. I'm going to put the analog drive in front of the Pizdiawet and use it to boost the Pizdiawet. There are some interesting tricks you can do with the Metal Zone. On the whole, it is not a great sounding pedal, but there's some stuff you can do with it. It's got a really powerful EQ, and if you're willing to just sit there and like fiddle and dial that EQ in just right, you can do some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, HM2. So you're just straight up black metal now. You're just straight up Scandinavian black metal. Going for that chainsaw tone. All right, let me see. I'm going to mute the audio real quick while I switch these around so you don't get popped to death. So just a sec. All right, we're back. So let's try the opposite configuration. So we're going to take the analog drive, and we're going to stick with its boost settings. It has a clean boost, and it has basically a tube screamer setting. We're going to use those to push the front end of the Piz-D Yawit now. So here's just the Piz-D Yawit. Alright, and then we're going to hit it. Start off with this. Almost think the Piz-D Yawit sounds better second in line even without the analog drive on. Sometimes just hitting it with a different type of input signal, like with a buffered circuit in front of it or something, can sort of change how it behaves a little bit. This is why we were talking about when Ride asked a few streams ago, maybe it was last week, about pedal order. Well, I said sometimes you just have to experiment. Some pedals like having other pedals in front, or certain types of things like buffers in front. Other pedals don't like having other things in front of them at all. So, but I think actually even without having the other pedal on, putting it in front, and I guess having it pass through the guitar, pass through the buffer circuit, kind of smooths it out a little bit. Still got more like low lows than I like, though. I don't like super deep lows most of the time, unless we're playing like doom metal or something. Alright, and so this is running the Tube Screamer mode in front. So we're going to want to start cutting those mids a little bit to try to counteract the mid hump. Now there we go, they're starting to get that skronk again. Where's this Piz-D Yawit by itself? That's a lot of gain. Woo, that's a lot of gain. I don't know. I feel like I might want to change to something with a hotter bridge pickup as well. Maybe change to the RG750. Haven't played that one in a bit. To go dig it out though. Hey, wee baby, what's going on? How are you? Fiddling with dialing in, trying to dial in the rig tonight. Everything is just not quite hitting my ear right. Uh-oh. Guitar change pole. Let's see. Alright. Can I do that? I can do that from chat, right? So just type like /pole maybe. Yeah. Alright. Let's do that. All right, let's see. What would some good options be? So let's do the RG 750 and do the RG 760. Let's do the Reverb because it's got really hot pickups. Oh, let's do the RG 552. We haven't played it in a while, and the strings are getting kind of rusty, so I might hate it and might decide against it. But let's put it on there anyway. Let's do, what did I say, the Reverb RP04, because that guitar is a really hot bridge pickup. Or, oh yeah, we could always just break out the old Rhodes, the old Jackson Rhodes. That's always the standard. Anything else that would be a good option besides those? Let me think for a second. No, Zion still needs a couple parts. Man, once we get the Zion, once I get the parts for the Zion, that will be like perfect. I do have that Jackson Dinky that I never play, the DK2 Pro QM. But I think these will be. Let's just go with these for now. Since there's only 3 people watching, this should be plenty. Start. Start poll duration 5 minutes. That's plenty of time. Leave it up in case anybody drops in. All right, the poll. It gets more compressed. You just can't quite get the edge out of it. This, like, the Electron feels way better for lead playing. It just feels better under the fingers in general, but it's not as tight for riffing. It's like one spot, like, whoop, no. Like right here, where we lose the interference and we lose the noise. Locrian. Super Locrian. A little spicier. More of a fusion-y kind of sound. Come on, E string. E string's being a bit of a goober. got about a minute or so left on the poll up here. Now, how do we only have, come on now, how do we only have one vote on the poll when there's at least two of you talking in chat? Battle with each other. Yeah, strangely enough, just not feeling this guitar today. Well, receiving a whopping one vote, which means that either Alec voted for it or Wee Baby voted for it, or a random third person watching voted for it. But if Alec voted for it and Wee Baby didn't, that means Wee Baby spent his points on the poll and then didn't vote. Guess he's the hero we all need. Alright. Well, I guess I'll go get the 750. It is over behind the light. You might see the light wiggle for a second. Alright. Yeah, why am I not? In mod view. Where did my mod view go? My mod view disappeared over here. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm logged out. Why am I logged out? That makes even less sense. What? Put in a bloody token. What madness is this? Jeez. Alright, there's my mod view. Alright, guitar change. Inbound. The first thing that will happen after changing to a guitar with a Floyd Rose is that someone will request a song in like drop C. You are over here somewhere. This one. I don't even know what's in this. No, it's the micro RG. Here we go. Let's see. Butterfly latches. RG750. This is an 89 RG750. In pretty darn good shape, actually, too. Now, where did the bar go? Oh, you gotta be kidding. I think the bar is in the 760 case. Bollocks. Alright, hold on. I have to go get another case anyway. Yep. Alright. Should be all good to go now. This is a distinctively more metal guitar aesthetically. Anyway. Much hotter bridge pickup. Alright, so this pedal has so much low end that something in the ceiling is rattling. Hopefully the house doesn't fall down. I don't know. Let's try the opposite. Let's try running the higher gain sound on here into this one. Interesting. So that's running the high gain sound on the analog drive into the Emma pedal rather than the other way around. The Emma has a lot more extreme EQ control. I might be able, let's see, I might be able to actually dial in something closer to what I'm looking for this way. too. Ooh, yeah. It's kind of working for me. I thought you were gonna buy one of those Legator or Legator. I don't know how they pronounce their name. Guitars. Yeah, that is kind of an issue. I just want one of everything. So this may not be the most exciting thing, but it is an interesting experiment in dialing in exactly the tone you're looking for, or as close as you can get to it, into a very, very, very clean amp. You know, we're running crystal clean. And a little different, you know, usually on Metal Mondays we've been running like the Kasha Rock Mod into the Fryette Power Amp, stuff like that. But I have everything all rigged up with the microphone now, and it would take a good bit of effort to kind of reconfigure it to work with the Fryette, at least until I get a better mic stand that has a boom arm on it. But, and the Rambler takes pedals very well, but you wouldn't generally think of metal as being its sort of forte. But I mean, we can get the tones. But I'm checking these interactions very, very finely. So in the Electron we have lows, which are basically like sub-lows, very, very, very deep lows. And then we have low mids, basically. So let's see. And kind of semi-parametric. So I can kind of boost or cut different ranges. Like say if we boost the super high mids, we get this really, really toothy tone. And I can shift that down to lower mids, or the opposite. I can kind of cut either area. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the exact sort of notch, the sort of frequency range that the second pedal's mid-range control is operating in, because it's got, as I said, sort of a steep cut or steep fall off in one very particular band. And so I'm trying to find that with the mid-freak control and then sort of balance it out. That's a really snappy tone. Between them, we can get these almost hollow sounds. These kind of almost like lo-fi AM radio tones. We start getting these like Darkthrone and Mayhem kind of tones. That's not exactly what I'm looking for at the moment. That's more like early 80s metal. It's like all high mids cut. Too bad. It's a little bit too much highs, I think. Still too much low end though. Still too much deep lows. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away from that with this particular setup. Getting there. I don't know if anybody else is this obsessive. Yeah, the more pedals you wind up with, the more likely you are to, use them, and then just sit here and kind of, because I'm sitting here thinking right now, like, well, what if I went and I got this, boost pedal with an EQ, with another EQ on it, with it, that sits in a different frequency range. And I used it to tighten up the sound of this one or that one or the other one. That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good kind of thrash tone. That sound's probably gonna suck for lead though. That's always the trade-off. but a little brittle. Getting really, really peaky transients from somewhere too. I think the gate, the Pizza Yacht has a bit of gating in it too to help control the sort of noise and inclination to feedback, and that's sort of crunching down on our sustain a little bit. While in contrast, the analog drive doesn't really have one at all. There we go. This is the analog drive by itself. A lot more compression. We have the Pizza Yacht. We get a little more edge. We get more bite. But it's definitely more brittle feeling. I don't know if it's more brittle sounding out there to you guys. It's got a little more crispiness. Sometimes in a mix, though, if we were playing versus just playing by ourselves now, if we were playing in an actual mix, that kind of chalkiness and brittleness can help the sound really kind of cut through. If you listen to a lot of guitar tones isolated, they sound huge in a mix, but when you listen to them by themselves, in many cases, they'll be really, really thin or really harsh. That's the case with a lot of the Metallica sounds in particular, because everybody's done isolated guitar tracks for just about every Metallica song. If you go listen to the guitar on their own, they've like squished it down into a really, 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 really narrow range, so it sits in just the right place, and it stays like super tight and edgy, and kind of locks in with the rest of what the track is doing, versus being sort of a huge sounding tone on its own. Some of that's done, as they play it, the way they dial in the amp, and some of that's done in post with the engineer modifying it from the board in different ways. So. super Locrian sound. Alright, so that's probably enough goofing around with tone for a little while. Unless you guys just want me to go, you know, get more pedals and see how many ways we can sculpt this tone. And otherwise, what do we got for tunes? What do we got for requests? Do we have any new ones for tonight in the Discord? Let's go check Metal Monday. Yeah, we did that one. Oh yeah, these were all from the Proto Metal stream. Emperor and 90s Metallica. Oh, yeah, we have to go way back before we get out of Proto Metal. How does that next part go? Something like that. Haven't played that in a long time. Give me food, give me fire, give me kappa dabba dabba. Alright, so what you guys got? What should we do? Shall we play tunes? Shall we talk technique? Shall we talk tone some more? Shall we just fiddle with lots and lots of different guitars and pedals? I mean, I'm pretty game. I'm pretty open for whatever. I'm pretty, well, yeah. I do feel like generally goofing off tonight, though. It's that type of day. Just being casual Metal Mondays. Also, if you're out there and you're watching, it says we got like 5 or 6 people viewing pretty steadily, and you haven't said hi, jump in chat and say hi. Because I love chatting with you guys. Love answering questions. Love talking about guitars and music. You are welcome to hop in and say something. Contribute to the what the heck should we do tonight discussion, since I don't have anything specific planned. Kind of almost into Ride the Lightning tone territory. Top 5 metal riffs. That's really, 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 really tough. Probably gotta go nothing but top fives. I'm debating because I have a couple Sabbath riffs in my head for one of them. That's the trouble, is that like with each band and even each album that I'm thinking of, I have to kind of stop and go, crap, which one is like top 5? Which one is boss? Which riff is the boss of this gym? Probably thinking that's got to be one. I was debating between that and NIB. But yeah, I think it's got to be Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Hey, I see that Rusty Boy's online in Discord. Rusty Boy is online. He needs to get his butt in here and say what's up. Where do we go next? Also, how strictly are we defining metal here? Because, you know, I'm tempted. It's another one that we could have done for like our proto metal stream. I'm tempted to go with probably that. Do I want to go? So now from there, I'm thinking Maiden, but which Maiden? Oh man, it's hard. So I'm sort of torn with Maiden. I'm sort of torn between or between Though I don't know that that one is necessarily as cool of a riff. That's just got a really, really, really cool chorus. Phantom of the Opera, yeah. It's so hard. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go with 666, the number of the beast, just because that was like that proved to my parents and everybody else that heavy metal was devil music. So you still get like those little bits of chills when you hear it, even though it's corny as hell. Let's see. Then yeah, no, you can't. I can't escape. I can't escape. Can't get away from that one. So then, oh man, that's even harder now though, because now if I do that, I only got one left. Oh man. I know, gosh. That's what I was just thinking, like, oh crap, because there's like the entirety of the first two albums, and then at least half of the next two albums have sick riffs. Dang. So I'm thinking, debating between like or of course, my favorite went off Master of Puppets. Or my favorite one for Off And Justice for All. Ah, man. That's brutal. That's brutal. Which one do we pick, or which one do I pick? I kind of feel like I almost feel like I should trade. I almost feel like I should have to trade like trade the Priest for two of those, because that's super hard. That's super hard. And I mean, that's completely leaving out Megadeth and Anthrax and Slayer and everybody too, and Testament. Oh, man. Should just lie and say no. It's my favorite. This Megadeth riff is my favorite riff. Just do that for an hour. No, oh man. I think I got to go with Blackened. With Blackened, you know, as much as like I love in particular the first two albums on the whole, and I think they're the best albums that they did. The Blackened riff, when I first heard it when I was, 15 or 16 or whatever, was like nothing else. And I mean, it's still pretty crazy. You know, like it still gets me going. I don't know though, man. That's super hard. So then from there, top 5 metal albums. I mean, that's just as hard too. You go just like dig all the records off the shelf and go through them and sit here and think. Go through each one by one. Let's see. I mean, I think like an easy one is Kill 'Em All, because you can't, to me, as far as like overall energy, and probably the like albums that I've listened to the most, Kill 'Em All is up there, a whole like way up there, maybe more than anything else. Let's see. Let's see. As far as like more recent kind of stuff, maybe since that was all the riff picks were old stuff and retro stuff. One of my recent favorites is from a band called Cursed. The album I believe is just called Two, because they had 1, 2, and 3, and 3 had the subtitle of I think it was Architects of Dreamless Sleep, but they wound up breaking up when somebody stole all of their gear on tour. But I really like them. They're kind of on the edge between metal and crust punk. The vocals are definitely a little more punkish, but the sounds, the guitar sounds and riffs and stuff are more on the metal side of things. And I really enjoy all 3 of their albums. Wish I could get them like on vinyl or on CD, but they're super rare. And every time I've found them on eBay, they've been super expensive. Let's see. Probably got to pick a Sabbath album, but which one? Which one? So you just pull up their whole name, whole freaking discography. Just stare at it for a minute. Because, I mean, at least the first 3 are all in contention. At least. And I mean, some of the Dio stuff is freaking fantastic too, but not in the same way. I mean, I haven't just sat and listened to it a million times in the same way. Let's see. So do we go with Black Sabbath. Do we go with Paranoid? Do we go Master Reality? Man. Let's see. Can't stop playing that like power metal type riff. I mean, it's almost too easy to go with Paranoid. Yeah, definitely not Volume 4. Definitely not Volume 4. Do Sabbath Bloody Sabbath or Master of Reality? I don't know. I think I probably got to go, like, overall as an album, I probably got to go with Master of Reality over Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, even though I do like the actual Sabbath Bloody Sabbath riff better. Just being a hipster, though, and avoiding, like, Black Sabbath and Paranoid. What else? Just go for something more contemporary that I really like. Ooh, maybe. Well, they're not really like metal though, so I don't think I would. It might not count. Nah, I wouldn't do that one. That's just still. I was thinking a Clutch album because I really like Clutch, but they're kind of on the edge. Not exactly metal. Same with Monster Magnet. I mean, Monster Magnet's kind of like right on the edge. This is a difficult question. This is maybe even more difficult in a certain way than the riff one, because you have to sort of think more broadly. You have to think of like the album as a whole. Okay, we'll go with another old one. First Strike, Still Deadly. That's relatively easy. So love me some friggin' Alex Skolnick. Too much high end for that sound. But it still leaves the question of something newer. I feel like something newer should be represented rather than just going all retro. There's a bunch of good ones. They mostly tend towards like the stoner metal and doom metal side of things. Another one that's kind of similar to the Cursed, different sort of variety, but something that's sort of on the edge of metal, somewhere between more extreme punk and extreme metal would be the new Nails album. Nails in general, I think they technically count as power violence, which is a really meaningful genre name, as extreme genre names are wont to be. Uh, but You'll Never Be One of Us is pretty killer, and I listened to that a lot the last couple years. Listen to that once a month or so. Can't play it on a standard tune guitar, unfortunately. But if you're listening to something newer and don't mind it being really, really, really abrasive, that's a good one. Hmm. Kind of inclined or tempted to pick something really weird too, like Abruptum or something. That would be a little disingenuous. Hmm. Could always go with Helmet. I like Helmet a lot. They're like almost post metal though. Like Betty or something like that. I don't know if it'd be harder or easier to pick 10 instead of 5. Hmm. too brittle again. Where's this high end coming from? I almost wonder if this is getting like it's getting starved a little bit. Frequency response. Funny going on here. Front end sounds okay here. Almost like the transistor or the gain stage or something is whether you're under biased or underpowered or something. There's kind of like this little shifted response. It's like you're turning a bias knob down. I wonder if I'm not getting enough power. Like if the outlet's dropping a little bit. I don't like it. To do here is I'm trying to get both the D string and the G string with one finger over here, which makes an interesting little harmony if I can pull it off. But just the G's want to come out. Tail there. Kind of a Lydian sound. Start up there, just shift our fingering a little bit, so to get kind of a neoclassical sound. Yeah, come on. That's an interesting thing to try too. Something I've been meaning to work on more lately is incorporating hybrid picking into high gain rock playing rather than just like country and jazz playing. So we could do like that sort of using hybrid picking. shift. No, we want to do that when we get to the 3 chord. That cool little Mixolydian sound. Raise this up a little bit too. We can get it to hang just a little higher. Get the descent a little cleaner too. I want to figure that slightly differently. Switch that way and shift from this type of fingering on the way up. That sort of fingering on the way down. sweep tab. Let's see if we can incorporate. Let's go for that B there. Let's edit our title. This friggin' chair, I swear to God. Let's update our title. So at the moment we're just kind of chilling out and practicing technique. So you go up and then back down. A nail might be a little too long for that. So we want that major ninth there. Bring the mix down on the reverb a little bit. Ideal fingering for that though, so you don't get our pull off from the 9 to the 7. This is when you start to actually need the friggin' fret wrap. going on over there. Nothing going on over there. Man, is it just a dead night? Are you summoning a chthonic booba? Yeah, man, thanks for hanging out. I'm kind of feeling like really worn out, so I might wrap it up soon too, like once we break 2 hours. Seems like it's super slow tonight. Nothing quite sounds right to me tonight. Yeah, it do. They don't think it be like it does, but it do. Really hoping we get those 2 followers, though. Dang. hopefully we'll have a better turnout for Weeb Wednesday this week. Too long. I keep going for that sweep tap, and I keep catching the string on my nail. Something is eating. So let's listen to that clean. Listen to that dead spot. Aw, man. You know, to freaking buff the frets. See if it does it here. If it does it here, then it's not the frets, it's just the guitar. Yeah, it's pretty quick right there. Not as bad as there. Let's try something. Try an old trick. This probably doesn't have enough mass. We can give it a go. If we got enough room on the headstock, that might be a problem in this case. Yeah, that definitely doesn't have enough mass. So we're getting... Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad on the other Bs. That B is fine. Usually it's just this G that wants to die. So let's try lowering that middle pickup down a hair. Because the single coil Strat style pickups have a terrible tendency, especially if they're really hot, to interfere with the string's vibration. It's a little unusual for the dead spot to be that particular note. So we're going to lower the pickup down. Quite a bit. And see if that helps our note live a little better. Two 1,000, 3 1,000. So that's done by the third second. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 1,000. You get a hair more there. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Really get about a second and a half longer there. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000. Way longer there. Another thing we can do is we can try dropping the neck pickup a pinch. So it tends to interfere a lot more than the bridge pickup does. All right. So we're going to bring you down just a couple turns per side. Because what I want to try to do is to resolve if this note is a genuine dead spot on the fingerboard, which could mean the strings just need changing or the frets need polishing, but could be an actual bit of destructive interference in this particular part of the neck. Now, that helped a little bit. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 versus... The fact that we're good on the other strings probably tells me it's a little bit of a fret issue. Possibly just polishing up the frets and changing the strings would help deal with it. Let's see this checker. Pickups are still pretty balanced here. Let's try bringing that middle pickup back up a hair now. Wrong way. To be very picky. I'm not hearing any of the so-called stratitis. That still is just not a long living note right there. It's a really unusual place for it to be. Let's follow it up. That it may just be the string even. So G's okay. On Ibanez, that's almost always where that dead spot is. And the A's okay. Yeah, we're still experiencing some as we get up here. And that one, your 24th fret, basically never sustains very long. It's going to be amplified when we use our drive tone. Because listen to how remarkably different that is. If we play the G here, or even let's play the B on this string, and we compare it to this one, it just dies. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4. Yeah. It's about another second and a half longer. Interesting. The pick stroke as small as it possibly can too. Just moving from the fingertip. work some of these phrases out with steady time. That one doesn't have much life. Way too fragile. Definitely not right. So we want ascending melodic minor, but starting a half step low. That's a good fingering for that. that's a lot more natural fingering. Have to work with phrasing with that then. Let's bring this a little bit too much reverb. Let's dial that down a hair. From it, what do we got? We get a minor 7 flat 5 from it. So then if we're arpeggiating that, let's see. Yeah, so we're winding up there. A little bit different fingering. Almost at a diminished scale. It's like it starts off like a diminished scale. But then transforms into a whole tone scale. Give us some really, really dissonant chords if we start building chord progressions from it. Let's get a minor major 7 then for the 2. So then for the 3, we would wind up with should wind up with just a 2 chord. Shift to just a regular 7. That's interesting. interesting sounding ninth arpeggio. Strange scale. That's just straight Locrian though. It's not quite super Locrian. This will be my project. I really got to work on that scale. Alright. That's enough. So I'm feeling really pretty worn out tonight anyway. And it's super quiet. Nobody's chatting. So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks anybody who's watching, who stuck it out. Hit up the socials, hit up the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Hit the follow button if you haven't hit the follow button. We'll be back Wednesday with Weeb Wednesday. Hopefully, people will be in a more talkative mood and have some requests and stuff to do that they'd like to do on Wednesday night. Again, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. I'll catch